Once you have your vehicle raised and supported on jack stands, you now want to go ahead and use your floor jack with a block of wood. And we're going to put it underneath the oil pan. And we're just going to jack it up just until the jack stops and applies a little bit of pressure to the engine itself. I want to pull up on the wire harness retainer here. I'm going to try and move these components out of the way a little bit. Using an 18mm socket, we're going to remove this bolt and these two nuts. At this point here, the engine itself is lowering a little bit, so we're going to go ahead and apply some pressure to that floor jack to raise that engine back up into position. This whole stud came out with a nut. That is not a major issue. Remove that bolt right there. And go ahead and remove the aluminum portion of the mount. Using a 13mm socket and the extension, we're going to go ahead and remove the two bolts securing the mount to the chassis. We're going to use a 10mm socket and a couple extensions. Get down and remove the nut off of the AC line bracket. Let's go ahead and grab that AC line and bracket, lift that up. We should be able to move those hoses back enough. We'll have better access to that motor mount bolt. Once you get that bolt out, you should be able to go ahead and lift that motor mount up and out. Lower the mount down into place. We'll start our rearward mounted bolt first. Going to get that started a few threads, and then we're going to install the two lower bolts. Let's go ahead and tighten down this bolt here. Let's go ahead and line up our brackets. Get those pressed down into place, and then we'll go ahead and get that nut reinstalled, and we'll snug that down. Go ahead and take your aluminum mount here, drop that down into place. Go ahead and get the nut started on the stud that was remaining there. Install the bolt on the bushing side here. Go ahead and take your stud, line that up, and get that started on the rearward hole here. Now at this point here, if your mount isn't lining up, ours is a little bit crooked, we're simply going to jack up the engine a little bit. And go ahead and tighten down our bolts. I'm going to go ahead and tighten down this bolt right here. Go ahead and follow up and tighten down these nuts and studs right here. Let's go ahead and move our harness back. And reattach our retainer over here. Now we can go ahead and lower the vehicle down and remove our jack.